It's a great pleasure to welcome to What's Next Andrew Bourne, who is the regional head for Zoho in Southern Africa. Andrew, firstly, welcome to you. Thank you for joining us.
Great. Thank you for having me.
So, Zoho, I know, and many people know, it's a massive organization, but for anyone in our audience that's unfamiliar with the Zoho, could you unpack what Zoho is and what sets Zoho apart?
Sure. So Zoho is a global technology company. We've been around for more than 29 years. We've got more than 130 million users that trust and use the software that we provide. We've got customers in more than 150 countries around the world. Thousands of businesses in South Africa make use of Zoho. And the nice thing is that we've got local offices, local staff, in the various regions. We've got local integrations, for like South African payment gateways or courier services or SMS providers. And then I think lastly, very importantly, we bill in rands in South African currency. So you don't have to worry about the exchange rate fluctuation. And so I think we're pretty much, the only or one of the very few global tech companies that will bill you in your local currency. So I think that's really important to note. And then I think what makes us set us apart from the rest is that we're really user friendly. We've got like a no code environment where you don't even have to be a developer. It's easy drag and drop, but you've got the ability to also go into our low code environment where AI will help you also with some coding. And then for the coding fanatics out there, we've got a pro code environment where you can really, sky's the limits. And then I think cost is very important for people to note. Zoho owns all layers of the stack. We own our own data centers, the servers, the hardware, the software, everything we maintain and control with cost optimization in mind. And then another nice thing is we don't go and buy other software companies. We build everything in-house. So we don't go and buy a software for billions of dollars, bring it into our tech stack and then offer that as a product, because the acquisition costs of buying that other company are so much that eventually you have to hand on that cost to your customer. So it's really about user friendliness, interoperability, and then cost at the end of the day that we do focus on.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, those are really big differentiators, and especially the local billing and the fact that everything is under one umbrella. I guess you guys have got a faster speed to market to get things done, which is brilliant. Andrew, a key part of the ICT industry currently is AI. I mean, everyone is talking about AI. Of course, AI has been around for a while, but I think the power of AI and the application stacks that people are using is really improved significantly. What's Zoho's view on the impact that AI can have and will have in the next few months and years to come? Because I guess it's a primary on your target, isn't it? It's on your horizon. I mean, Zoho has been using AI for decades already, but where do you guys see it as an organization in the months and years to come?
Yeah, so as you said, I mean, Zoho's we've been building AI products for more than 13 years. And so we've got a lot of, in-depth knowledge about it, and we've been taking a view on it for many years. And the view is still the same. It's AI is going to make work easier. It's going to make work easier for employees. It's going to make business easier. We, as a company, firmly believe that AI is not going to replace people. We know that it's made our staff more efficient, but that gives them extra time to focus on innovation. And another nice thing about Zoho itself is that, for us, we're a privately owned company. So we don't necessarily have shareholders breathing down our necks for profits. So what we can do is we can retain staff, and rather than, motivate them with the time that they have now that AI is freed up to look at innovation. And so I think that's a really important thing to note. And I think for the general public out there that are maybe concerned about AI taking your jobs, it's all going to be about pivoting and adapting, learning about how AI is working in your field of expertise and how you can maybe use AI to improve your knowledge, and then a lot of people have said, oh, but if I was a graphic designer, it's going to take my job. Well, then pivot and look and see. They're saying that video editing will always be AI proof, because video editing, you will always have to have emotion, and you'll always have to tell a story, and so that's going to be very tricky for AI to do in the future. So I think, yeah, it's going to be an enabler rather than something that people should fear. But again, upskilling and knowledge is very important.
Now, Zoho has its own advanced AI assistant, which is absolutely brilliant. It's called Zia, if I'm not mistaken. Why is it valuable to offer an AI assistant along Zoho's other services that you have?
So with Zoho's philosophy of making business easier, and Zoho also maintaining the whole tech stack, is that we would be so silly not to do it. It would be like a car manufacturer not building its own engines and manufacturing its own engine parts, because you would be at the mercy of your supplier. Well, in this instance, would be these big open AI type companies, right? If you just made use of them, they could squeeze their or ratchet their prices up, and then you really are at the mercy of them. So we really wanted to build our own LLM, our large language model, um, and also to build it in a way where it is cost effective. If you wanting, for instance, a AI model to read receipts, when you scan a receipt and it takes it into your accounting software, you would use a narrow language model, okay? And that's like using a specialist. That's like taking a specialist that specializes in reading a receipt, okay? You don't need like billions parameter AI model for that. You can use a small model for that, right? So it would be so silly if we're using a big large language model. You'd be wasting money, first of all, and you'd also be wasting energy, because it takes a lot of energy for these large language modules to run. So it is so important for Zoho to have its own AI assistant. And then again, also because Zoho has got more than 55 business applications that plug into each other like a puzzle, the AI can go in and it can search through all the different applications, and we put Zia Search, which is our AI search engine. So if you type in John Smith into Zia, Zia is going to look through your emails in Zoho Mail. It's going to go and look through the tickets in Zoho Desk. It's even going to go and look in Zoho Work Drive, and it'll look at the PDFs that you've scanned, and it will use optical character recognition to find John Smith in that text in the scanned document. So you can imagine it's such a powerful solution when you've got all your data connected in one place.
Yeah, that is very powerful. And just to have that information, at the touch of your fingertips, because the amount of the amount of time that I spend looking for things sometimes is scary. So Zia is quite amazing from that aspect. Could you unpack the most impactful ways that, from your perspective, that Zia makes it easier to use Zoho? Because just what you touched on now, it boosts productivity immensely, but I'm sure that Zia is a lot more powerful and impactful.
Yes, completely. I mean, I spoke about Zia Search, which, if you can't remember where something is or you want to find out something, it's going to search through all the apps. But there's also things like churn prediction, which is, how likely are you to lose a customer, which is super important. They say that, it's 5 times more expensive to acquire a customer than to maintain one. So you really want to be able to maintain your customer base. And what Zia is going to do is it's going to search through the emails. But Zia has also got sentiment analysis. So Zia can know whether it's a positive email or negative email. They can go and see if there are any billing issues with Zoho billing. They can see if there's any issues with Zoho Desk, which is your customer support ticketing. So Zia can go and look through everything that you're interacting with the customer, even the WhatsApp messages, right? Come into one place, and it can say, hold on, you need to check out this customer. You might lose them. So churn prediction is one. The other is your Zia Insights in Zoho Analytics. Now, Zoho Analytics is your business intelligence application, and there you can feed in, let's say, your advertised spend, and you can feed in your sales metrics, and you'll get dashboards. Zia is going to build dashboards and graphs for you to see how your business is operating. And then what Zia will do is also give you insights. It'll say your profits decreased by this percentage on this date. And then you can click on it, and Zia is going to basically diagnose why your profits decreased and then give you suggestions how you can better your business or increase profits. So it's incredible to see the leaps and bounds that we've kind of made with the AI. And then I think another important part is privacy. Zoho is a privacy first focused business. So Zia really does dig into all your customer data. It digs into all your business data, but it keeps it super, super private and secure. And so that's also very important to note.
Yeah, security is paramount in the world that we're living in today. Now, Zoho is notable for boasting a multi-product AI ecosystem, and that really makes decision making and process automation across an entire organization, which is critical in the world that we're living in today. Could you provide us with some insight into how Zoho's AI solutions provide such deep functionality across the entire organization?
Yeah, so I mean, I spoke about the Zoho Insights, which is what, like you said, decision making. It's going to help you make decisions to improve your business. I think it was Forrester that released research 1 or 2 years ago where they said that if businesses aren't using advanced insights or advanced business analytics solutions to make day-to-day decisions, then they won't be able to grow as fast in the businesses that are using it. And the research showed that businesses that were using advanced analytics, okay, were growing at the average of 10 times faster than the average global economy. And the average global economy is 3%. So that's saying that your business could be growing 30% year on year if you were using these analytics business softwares to see all the different metrics. So you could see, how your sales were doing, how advertising was impacting sales, churn prediction, all of that in one place. So it's been really important for businesses from a decision making point of view to have that. Another thing that we've now recently launched is Zia agents, where business people, I mean, anyone, you don't even need to be technically skilled. You can actually build a Zia agent on your own by prompting it. So you can speak to Zia and say, I want you to build an agent for, let's say, customer support. And I want you to be very, very empathetic and caring. And I want you to be able to do this. And I want you to be able to do that. And you're literally teaching a Zia agent, a custom agent, and then you can eventually take that Zia agent and put it on the Zoho Zia agent portal or marketplace, and you can actually monetize it. You could actually sell your agent to other Zoho customers. And then we've got our pre-built agents that you can use that Zoho has built ourselves. So that's going to be very powerful, where you could build an agent even to help your staff. Please help my staff book their travel. And
That is so cool.
your travel assistant will help you.
That is so cool. And the fact that you can do it so quickly by just telling Zoho what you want done, and it just gets it done. It understands me and it just does it on its own. And I think it's brilliant. But what's great about Zoho, as you've mentioned, is that you guys own all the layers of your technology stack. And I guess that makes you a lot more flexible. It adds a lot more dimension to your organization. You're able to do more, and you understand how your technology work, unlike other AI providers who have got a lot more complexity. How does this benefit users of Zoho?
Well, again, I'm going to come back to cost, and it's really important that you use a right sizing model. So for any sort of AI functionality that you need, it's going to need to be a custom a solution of different models. You can't just go and throw a big, large language model at everything. You're wasting money, you're wasting resources and energy. So we are able to now manage that. And it's going to be so important for our customers, especially in emerging markets where cost is a really important factor when selecting business software. And we can really tailor the AI to every specific business need. And then again, having context, business context, being able to plug into all the data points of the business and how they interact with their customers is also very important. Like Zoho CRM, which was one of our biggest selling products, you plug in all the other apps into that so that Zia can go and see the WhatsApp communications, the email communications, the surveys that have been received, the WhatsApp, the Zoho desk tickets, the social media interactions, and can make sense of how that customer's feeling and how are you engaging with them. So I think, again, I think cost would be the biggest factor. But again, we also allow our customers to plug in to third-party AI solutions. So you can plug Zia in to OpenAI and DeepSeek and other AI vendors, which allows you to still make use of their functionality, but Zia is going to maintain your privacy, which is also important.
So Andrew, there are tremendous opportunities here, and it's very clear that Zoho has got the tools and really understands the customer and what customers need to do with the technology stacks. Where do you see the big opportunities for Zoho and Zia to expand their offerings in the coming months and years?
So I think there's a big opportunity with Zia agents, and specifically Zia Agent Studio, where people can build their own AI agents on Zoho, and they can then put them on the marketplace to then monetize and sell them to other Zoho customers. And another very exciting AI feature that we've brought out is called Co-Creator. Now, Zoho, we've got an app. It's more like a platform as a service, but it's a custom app builder called Zoho Creator. And what Co-Creator does is it allows you to prompt Zia to build you an app on Zoho Creator. And I mean, we've got companies, some huge companies globally that are making use of Zoho Creator to run their entire business. You can build a fully fledged ERP on Zoho Creator. But now you've got the ability to prompt the AI to build the app for you. And then you can go and edit it further. And it's got everything you need in one place. You've got the optical character recognition, you've got barcode scanning, you've got forecasting and decision making. And I mean, I've even used it, and we prompted it to build an app the other day, and it's really intuitive. And I think that's going to be then also the next step. The other thing is also prompting AI to build you modules in CRM, saying I need you to build me a module for customer relationship management, and please make a place for us to remind the staff to wish a customer on their birthday, remind the staff to keep in touch with them every 3 months or 6 months, and the AI is then going to go build that module for you that's going to help the staff to build that rapport with the customers. So I think that's some exciting stuff that we have going on, and we're building bigger language models, so it's just going to become more and more powerful for our customers.
Andrew, how does one engage or start their process with Zoho in South Africa? What's your advice in the best way to engage with the organization, and where does one start?
So a great way to start is to go out there and test the software. You can sign up for a trial. We've got trials for pretty much all our products. We've even got free versions of our products. We've got products for different levels of business. So if you're a one-person business, we've got Zoho Solo, which you just download off the App Store, and you can start running a solo business, all the way up to Zoho Creator and Zoho Catalyst, where you can build your own custom apps. And so I think it's a case of going out and testing our software, making use of it, being very mindful that there is a package deal, which is our biggest seller, called Zoho One, where you pay a fee per employee. So if you're a one-person business, you're paying 518 Rand ex VAT per employee per month. So technically you'll be paying 600 Rand a month, and you're going to go and get 55 of our applications in one bundle at enterprise level. So you could build your website on Zoho Sites, you manage your social media on Zoho Social, you manage your accounting on Zoho Books. Again, Zoho Books has won awards in South Africa for accounting software, and it's VAT compliant. We're busy integrating with SARS. It's an incredible solution, and so I would say people should just test it out. And if you want to get hold of our South African office, you can email us at southafrica@zohocorp.com. or you just visit our website, zoho.com, zoho.com, and you'll find the South African contact details there.
Fantastic. Andrew, absolute pleasure talking to you. Andrew Bourne is the regional head for Zoho Southern Africa. Andrew, thank you very, very much for your time.